Trustlub Fluid Resources Limited, the company located in New Marco City along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway in Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, is working tirelessly to meet the country's lubricants demand. What stands this BOR-assistant company out is the capacity to produce top-quality lubricants that meet both local and international standards. The company has a blending plant with a storage capacity of 3 million liters and a daily production capacity of 150,000 liters. Although lubricants are used in other industries like manufacturing, construction, and agriculture, but the Nigerian transportation industry consumes 50%, thereby creating a huge market for it. Supporting industries like Trustlub can assist the country in job and wealth creation. I am Hadiza Oyomi. Don't go away. Trustlub Fluid Resources Limited is an indigenous company that engages in the production and distribution of Trustlub brand of lubricants with excellent customer support services. Trustlub was established by skilled professionals with a vision to be Nigeria's reference petroleum marketing company that will become a leader in the oil and gas sector of the country's economy and also recognized as one of the best in the full-stream petroleum industry. At an interview with the managing director of the company, Gafar Babatunde, he spoke about the gap Trustlub is filling in the petroleum industry.
Trustlub Fluid Resources came into existence as a modest company startup in Port Harcourt. It's 6 members of directors with different experience in oil and gas company came together, and that's what brought about Trustlub. We registered the company last quarter of 2016 and commenced operation 2017. But within the short span of our operation, we have made a remarkable mark in lubricant sector, and part of the credit we can get to ourselves is this ultra-modern facility, that is blending plant that was commissioned in October last year. And one of the gap we call it is that the multinational, they are focusing more on the industrial part of the business. So while the few indigenous companies then were equally focusing on the retail part. But with our experience in the industry, we see that we can actually combine the two so that we can make impact not only in the industrial sales, but in the retail sales with the local content. Because Nigeria is one of the producer of oil, one of the leading producer of oil. With the new signing of petroleum industry Act 2021, we are seeing the opportunity that new refinery will come in from the private sector. Period to 1995, we have only the major, but now with the incoming of the indigenous and with the support we are getting from the government agency, particularly the BOI, that is Bank of Industry, and the Ministry of Industry and Investment, I can tell you that the opportunity at which the industry sector will be greatly enhanced in the few years to come.
Industrial Sales Manager, Trustlub Fluid Resources Limited, Victoria Obi, spoke about the distribution network of the company's product.
Trustlub Fluid Resources is into production of engine oil, both the petrol and diesel oil. We also blend gear oil, transformer oil, transmission oil, hydraulic oil. We have ranges of soluble oils also, and all other industrial grades presently. Then we cater for the entire industrial business, the reseller business, generally oil for machineries, and even the service stations too. We also do manufacturing for them, and the OEMs too. Trustlub is growing rapidly, I can say that for a fact. Presently we cover the entire North Central, we cover the entire Southwest, which we have our strongest base in, both for the industrial and the retail market. We are present also in the South-South region, Southeast region, and we're currently building a strong force to take over the Northwest region also. So presently, I can say that Nigeria is growing rapidly to becoming self-sufficient. And looking at what the federal government is doing presently by repairing our 4 refineries, and with the new private refinery that we have in Nigeria, the cost of base oil and additives, which are raw materials for blending the lubricant, will be reduced drastically, because when base oil and the additives are present within the country and it's accessible by the entrepreneurs and the businesses that needs them for blending lubricant, it will be easy for the companies to play within that space.
Production Supervisor Olumide Oshumakinde disclosed that the company maintains a quality management system.
We ensure that there's excellence in our sourcing out of raw materials for our packaging and blending department. Apart from that, also, we ensure that we have what we call a quick and prompt delivery of our product to Trustlub and prospective customers. And also, we'll give a quality after-sale support to our customers. We also make sure that all our products conform to some specifications. In terms of ISO specifications, we have API and SAE grades. We also have OEMS specifications. So with all these, we make sure that all our products conform to the specification of these regulatory and international bodies.
With the support of the Bank of Industry, Trustlub increased the number of its employees from 30 to over 200. Human Resource and Admin Manager spoke more on this.
One of the major things we look out for is safety of the staff. We try everything possible within our ability to ensure that our environment does not pose any threats on the health and safety of our staff. Anytime you're at work, you don't worry about the fact that, okay, what am I going to eat, things like that. So we have a good standard cafeteria that our employees can easily walk into during their break time and have their lunch. We equally have some kind of indoor games within the factory premises, part of which is table tennis. So during the time that our employees are on break, so they can easily go to the table tennis, just to have a kind of relaxation before they go back to work, among others. Prior to the commissioning of this ultra-modern facility, our staff strength then was about around 31. But as of today, we are over 200.
Finance Director at the company, Isiaka Kadiri Bolande, also spoke about the relationship and the impact of BOI support in the company's expansion.
The relationship between Trustlub Food Resources Limited and that of Bank of Industry has actually been a very cordial one, a very mutual relationship. Who recall at that time, hitherto we were mainly into the marketing and sales of lubricant products. And due to expansion, we saw the need that we need to stand and start making our own production of the products. And we needed the funding for the equipment. We really don't need to know anybody in BOI to actually access funds there. It's a matter of you make your application and you meet their requirements, you can actually get the facility, which is what we did. With the support of Bank of Industry, we were able to acquire the storage tanks. We were able to acquire the kettles for the blending, for the actual blending of the products. We were able to acquire the filling lines that are presently in use, and especially we were able to acquire our laboratory equipment, which is highly significant for any lubricant company that we have in place now. All these are courtesy of the finance we got from Bank of Industry. Presently, the capacity of the plant is around 150,000 liters per day, and we are getting presently we are getting around 30% of that presently, and we aspire to get additional funding to be able to push it up to around 50%.
State Manager, Ogun State Office, Bank of Industry, Babatunde Ajala, also spoke on the relationship between BOI and Trustlub Fluid Resources Limited.
They have shared their concept with us, and we supported them from inception up to where they are now. The bank supported Trustlub Fluid Resources Limited with a facility of 950 million naira, technically 1 billion. So what this has done for them is that it's enabled the company to set up its entire plant, from the storage tanks to the lab equipment to the generators to the blending plant. So the bank supported them from, I would say, end to end. So what the company does is, the company has captured a lot of the lubricant markets. So what this does is it affords motor vehicles, engineering companies to use their oil or lubricants that they are slightly cheaper than some of the foreign blends that we have, but they are equally as good as those foreign ones.
Period to commissioning of our plant in October last year, our focus is basically marketing of a lubricant product. But by last year when we commissioned this plant, and with the support we got from BOI, we were able to migrate from merely marketing of lubricant to production and sales of lubricants. And BOI financed all our raw material to the tune of 950 million, and that has helped us greatly. And it has moved the company from SME to emerging company now in terms of our capacity. Before commission of that plant, we are just in 6 states, all the Southwest and Ilorin. But as at now, in less than 1 year after commissioning this plant, we are in 24 states. So our target in the short run, in the next, by first quarter of 2024, we should be in the 36 states of the Federation.
The core values of Trustlub Fluid Resources Limited are trust, integrity, respect, and excellence. That is what we witnessed firsthand when we visited the factory, a company that is able to produce world-class products that can compete favorably with market leaders without compromising standards is indeed trustworthy. If you're looking for the right lubricants for your various engine types, look no further, as the lubricants from Trustlub Fluid Resources Limited will guarantee the longevity and efficiency of your engine. The plant manager, Amos Fadari, explained how Trustlub produces the right quantity and quality lubricants at the right time.
If you want to start a blend, production has to make a request to the laboratory man. After making that request, the laboratory man will give out the formulation. After giving out the formulation, it will go back to the production floor, and the production floor will raise what we call raw materials request. So, raw materials request is divided into 2. The first raw materials is for the base oil and the additive, which will be taken to the warehouse. The second part of it is both the carton, the kegs, and the label. So, the quantity of base oil needed will be it will be written on the raw materials booklet. The base oil will go to the kettle, and the additive will go to the additive tank, and it will push in. After that, the boiler will be on by the maintenance, and in such a way that they will give them, it will be given to them at the blending floor to heat the oil for about 45 minutes. After it might have mixed, and we have what you call stirrer. So the stirrer will be, at least we agitate the oil for like 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, it will be the production guy will invite the laboratory man to come and take the sample from the sampling point. After taking it from the sample point, it will be taken to the lab and test the major parameters. If in case the product failed, it has to be corrected, because in Trustlub we don't compromise with our qualities. Our quality is very, very important to us and is paramount to us. After the lab might have tested it, and if it's okay, the certificate of analysis will be raised and given to production. Without the certificate of analysis, the product will not be transferred. After receiving the certificate of analysis, the product will be transferred from the kettle to finished product tank. After it has been moved to the finished product tank, so the packaging materials that have been given from the warehouse will now be taken to the filling line. Before they fill, there is a form that will be given to them again that it is meant for filling. Without that, they will not fill it out. After filling, it will be packaged. After package, so at the end of the day, the product will now be transferred to the warehouse, the finished product. We have what we call transfer form. The transfer form will be raised by the production man, and the production man will give the transfer form to the warehouse, but the warehouse man has to count those products one by one. If there is need for loading, it will be loaded immediately. We have some products that we are producing. For this HD40, we have both 1 liter, 4 liters, and 5 liters. You use it for generator, you can use it for Okada, even you can use it for Marua. Trust 6000 is for vehicle. You can use it for any vehicle, your SUV, you can use it for SUV. So it's meant for vehicle, you can use it for any type of vehicle. It's very, very, and it works very well. And we have another one, this is our gear oil. We call it automotive gear oil. And another one, we have our ATF. We call it automatic transmission fluid.
The company has come back to the Bank of Industry, and the company currently has an approval of 1.5 billion to enable it procure raw materials, the base oil, because each cycle is a 3-month cycle and it uses 2 million liters of base oil. The Bank of Industry has supported, numerous companies, and the bank still keeps supporting. A lot more are coming up. And so Trustlub Fluid Resources Limited is a company that the bank would continue to support. Beyond just the financial support, the bank also assists in letting their products known to give it export earning potentials. You know what this would also do generally for the economy. Kudos to the management of the bank in also hand-holding some of these companies.
Our short-term projection for the company is we have 150,000 liters daily production capacity with over 2.5 million liters storage capacity in our tank farm. But as of today, we are still operating around 30% of our installed capacity. So our immediate challenge now that we are working on is now to increase our capacity utilization to at least 60%. And that has to do with having increased our working capital, and BOI has actually given us offer for our working capital. We are about to access the fund maybe the next 1-2 months. We have secured around 5,000 square meter land, some few meters to these premises, and by the first quarter of 2024, we are going to commence construction of that plant, and we knew that Bank of Industry is going to finance our machinery for that.
At the Bank of Trustlub industry, we do not only finance your project, we also give our customers the required technical support and likewise render business advisory services to ensure that they succeed, which of course would enable them conveniently repay their loans. As a development finance institution, we always work with our customers to enable them achieve their business vision and mission. I'm sure you've witnessed the can-do spirit of Nigerian entrepreneurs to produce world-class products no matter the circumstances on today's program.